how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. I'm sorry it took me so long to get that muted. It's 7:15 in the morning here in Clearwater, Florida, and we're having some bad weather. Let me go to the weather map here. So here's what's happening in Florida right here. And what they said on the weather this morning is that it's going to be like this for a day or two. And let me zoom in here to where I live, which is down here in the Tampa Bay area. Just going to get that. There we go. St. Petersburg Beach. That's close by. And as you can see, heavy rains, and it's all over the middle part of the state. And they say it's going to be that way for a couple of days. And the idea of this show is not to talk about the weather, it's to talk about weather conditions and how they can affect your listening to your radios. And what I do when weather conditions get bad, especially if they get bad all of a sudden, there's a lot of emergency traffic going on, and locally, now go back to that page, locally we have this website for the Pinellas County Fire and EMS reporting what's going on, and this is pretty much real time. And I had my scanner radio. Actually, it's not a scanner radio. It's a Wi-Fi radio, internet radio, that I've programmed it to listen to a scanner that's on whatever that network is called that you can listen to radios on the network. And because my scanner radios are obsolete and they can't do this new digital mode. If I had a digital scanner radio, I could listen to them directly. Those radios typically run $400 or $500. I don't want to invest that, especially when I can hear this over the internet and it's free. So I heard them say a building had collapsed. Now, that's related to the weather because we have been having pretty heavy rain, solid all night long. Just rain. So it doesn't surprise me that a building has collapsed because in Florida we have a lot of roofs that are almost flat. And of course, over the years, it's no longer flat. It has little potholes in it, I'll call it. And so water collects there, and it's a lot of weight on the old house or houses or apartments. This was an apartment. And it either leaks or it collapses. Well, this one right here, structure collapse. You can see how many units are working on it. I got the audio on the scanner muted right now, so you're not hearing anything. They said it was like a couple apartments, and they're going inside to see if there are people inside, which there probably are, and help them out. And then the other thing is when the weather turns cold and people try to figure out ways to stay warm, we have a lot of fires. So you get a lot of these. Here's one right here, structure fire. Now it's not too cold tonight or this morning. It's 62, so it's not too cold. So you won't get as many of those as you would if it was 42, like it was about a week ago, in which it's going to be in a couple of days, I think. Then you also get a lot of motor vehicle collisions because the roads are wet. So my point is, if you have a scanner radio, or you can go to a website, let me show you the website. It's kind of a direct and indirect website. You first have to go to, and I'll add it, you have to go to radio, this is one way of doing it, radioreference.com, and then this has live audios on the internet. So you click on live audio, and then it will show you a map of the United States, and then you click on the state you're in. There's the state I'm in, and then you click on the, well, and it doesn't have to be the state you're in. You could listen to, like a lot of times I listen to Alaska, scanners or radios in Alaska, and see what's going on up there. So I'm going to click Pinellas County, and down here you scroll down. These are the radios, individual people's radios that have put on this website. So you can listen to their radios. You can't control them, but you can listen to them. So I'm listening to right now Pinellas County Fire and EMS. And I'm not listening to it on the internet. Oh, well, I'm not listening to it on this website. And let me show you what happens, what you can do. Let's see. See, it's really busy. That 37 is a big number for this. Typically, there's not that many people listening, maybe 6. But because of this bad weather, there's a lot of people like myself listening. So you can click on this. And there it is. And then I click to start. And then it shows you this. And now you're listening to it on the internet on your computer. And there we go. There we go. Let me mute this. So I didn't have to go buy one of the expensive kind of radios. Some nice gentleman in my area bought one, and he's put it on this website. And it's, and then, like I say, what I meant to say is it takes you to Broadcastify now. You used to listen to it on Radio Reference, but now I guess Broadcastify bought out or working in conjunction with Radio Reference. So then you can listen to these local radios. I'm doing the same thing, but I have a radio. It's a Grace, G-R-A-C-E radio that will let you do kind of what I just did, except it's just a radio. So it's not you don't have to have a computer. So it's standalone radio speaker and everything, little 4-inch display. Works pretty cool. So that's what I was listening to, and that way it doesn't tie up my computer. So let me close this down. So getting back to my point is when you have bad weather, you're going to have a lot of activity, or most likely you'll have a lot of activity on the fire EMS frequencies. And if you have a scanner that it can pick them up, you can do it directly. If you don't, like I don't, you can do it via the internet. So check it out. And like I say, this is unique to Pinellas. Well, maybe not unique to Pinellas County, but fairly unique to Pinellas County in that they have this page that shows you what's going on as far as fire and EMS. They don't have, this page does not have police. It's just fire and EMS. And it tells you the incident number, the grid. If it's nowadays, if it's a medical emergency, they're not allowed to tell you the location. It's just a new rule that came up about a year or two ago. If it's traffic or fire or something like that, something other than medical, they can show you the exact address. Here's the exact address. But you can click, these are the grid numbers used for Pinellas County. So the Pinellas County is broken up into these grids, which is, I don't know, a mile by a mile or maybe a couple of miles by a couple. And so you can click on these. So I'm going to click on, now the other thing I do is I watch for the fire stations that are near me. R48 is near me. So I can go over and click here. That means most likely this incident is near me. So I can click on this, and then it will show you a map where the incident is. So it's like they can't show you where it is, but they show you where it is. So I don't know if this is an exact location or not. It looks like it. You know, it's right here. Let's see, Coachman. Yeah. So the fire station is, where are we at here? That's Coachman. The fire station is back over here. Fire Station 48. I'll get to it in a second. I'm looking for. It's on. I'm going the wrong way. Trying to read this upside down and sideways. Okay, that's US 19. Belcher. There's Belcher right there. The fire station is right under here, right in this area here. I can close that down. The fire station is about in here is where Fire Station 48 is. So they're working this incident right here, which is a medical emergency of some kind. So anyway, so that's just a suggestion, especially right now with shortwave kind of in the crapper. If you have a scanner radio, or you can use the website like I showed you, and you can listen to emergency and fire and EMS. And like I say, typically it gets pretty busy, at least around here, when we have bad weather. There's another motor incident, motor vehicle collision, just came up. This is Candy Boulevard is near the entrance of a bridge across Tampa Bay. And of course, this time of the morning, everybody's going to work, so it's a lot of people there. So this thing is going to fill up. I've seen this sometimes with as many as 50 entries. Still pretty early in the morning, but this is probably a pretty good fire here, because look at all the equipment that's working that fire. E being engine, T being truck, M being medical, and then the numbers are EMS. So there's a lot of people working that, and it's, let me see where it is, if it's close to me at all. Zoom out. Okay, where I gotta see my reference here. What is this? Let me close this. I think this is, yeah, this is US 19, which is 2 miles from me. And then another main street is Bel Air. That's quite a ways from me. Let me zoom out a little bit. I live way up in here in Clearwater. So that's quite a ways. Anyway, I just want to show you that. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day and stay out of those storms. Oh, by the way, we're going to attempt, Rob 741 and I are going to attempt a hangout on the air tomorrow morning. Now, it's kind of iffy because of the weather. So, you know, it could, one of the things that happens to me is if we have heavy rains, sometimes my internet goes out. So we're going to play it by ear. Plan to do it about 8:30 tomorrow morning. And I'm going to go ahead and schedule it. Put it out as a scheduled event this morning, and then hopefully it will take place. So that's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.